Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Money Way. And today in this video, we're going to be doing a stock analysis on Goldman Sachs, ticker symbol GS, and we're going to be going over why it went up so much today. So if we go ahead and go to the one-day chart, we can see at one point the stock was up about 6% pre-market. And then the reason why, well, if we go ahead and go to the earnings, well, they actually reported their earnings very recently and it absolutely destroyed it. I mean, they basically doubled what was predicted to be their earnings. They reported they estimated to be $3.78 per share, but the actual earnings report went out to be $6.26 per share. And why this happened? Well, they reported over 90% in a boost of profitability due to their trading as an investment firm and as a bank. Well, Goldman Sachs is an overall bank, and what these banks do, well, they take in your money and they take in trillions of dollars from people all across the world. And they do what just regular smart money investors do. They invested into the stock market, they invested into properties, they invested into bonds, and they make those small percentages over the years. But when they have an extremely large sum of money, whether it may be billions or trillions, well, let's say they just make 10% for the year. Well, that's about at least $1 trillion in profit that they are making due to these extreme gains, as they take in your money as small little loans and they pay you that small little 0.1%. I know my credit card, my bank company paid me like 1%, like 0.1% APY interest just for the year, when in reality they're making well over 5-10%, and they're doing it with everyone's money. Right when you put in like 10,000, 100,000, whatever it may be, whatever's in your bank account right now, that exact amount of money is not in your bank account. It's not just sitting there in the bank. It's actually halfway across the world in a company's hands as they buy shares, or maybe it's invested into a property, real estate, bonds, whatever it may be. And these big money dogs from Goldman Sachs, from Bank of America, Wells Fargo, whatever it may be, they're investing your money over time. And when a company like this reports that they went up over 90% profitability, well, then it's been a great time in the stock market. It's been a great time in bonds. It's been a great time in their properties. And you can see why. When they're taking in an extremely large sum of money, well, they can snipe out these stocks that are extremely undervalued, and is what you guys should be doing in this stock market right now. With coronavirus sending stocks to absolute 5-year, 10-year, 15-year lows, it's an absolutely perfect time to invest, with all these companies giving extreme upsides, such as Norwegian, you have United Airlines, you have banks, you have whatever it may be. You can get them at 50, 60, 70, 80% off. And that's exactly what these huge banking companies do, except they're doing with 100,000 times as much money as you have in your portfolio right now. I probably have a couple $1,000 in my portfolio, while they have trillions of dollars. And when they invest in these high value stocks that have been giving 3x, 4x in just a couple months, you can see how they're getting 90% boost in profitability. Because with this huge team of investors, these sophisticated, educated investors that have spent years and years, in this industry, well, it's clear to see that with this huge team, they can find stocks that are absolutely going to soar due to coronavirus sending them to absolute lows. We have companies like, MFA. If you would have bought that at 30 cents a share, it would have been high risk. But had you look at their balance sheet, had you done financial analysis on them, it's not that bad of a company. It's definitely high risk, but let's say a company like Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, they put in like $1 billion. Right now it's at, I believe it was $2. You would have 6 times however much money that you invested in that company. And that's what a lot of people are doing. You see people investing in hurts and walking out with 100, 200%, whatever it may be, those are extremely high risk, but also extremely high gains. And when a company like Goldman Sachs puts in absolute trillions of dollars in, ten, hundreds, thousands of different stocks, it is clear to see that with their diversified portfolio and huge amount of shares, that they can make a lot of money in the stock market. And I believe that these profits and these trading revenue reports are just going to increase over time as they get even more money, with people starting to go back to work, unemployment rate going back down slowly but surely. They're starting to get more money in the bank, whatever it may be, and they're getting absolute insane percentages from their stocks, just like regular people would had they put in the time and actually done research. And a lot of you guys, I know damn well, a lot of you guys have made a lot of money in the stock market, shouting out these high value stocks that have been producing you guys will absolute gains. I saw one of my viewers got, I believe it was 500%, and I believe it was a company ticker symbol IVR. I believe it was that one. It was an Invesco mortgage firm. I think that's what it's called. And he made over 500%. That means if he would have put 10,000, 100,000, whatever it may be, he would have walked in with 60,000. He would have walked out with 600,000. I don't know what's happening. Oh, never mind. Revenue just changed. But anyway, guys, these things are the same things that Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, well, all these different companies are doing, except on a much larger scale with trillions of dollars. Anyways, guys, I hope I brought you guys good content. If you like my content, go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss my next video. Also, let me know down in the comment section what you think about this company. And overall, guys, have a great day and stay safe out there.